Hey everybody, welcome to Third Grade Thursdays. This is Miss Moody speaking. I just wanted to show you guys a resource that will be very beneficial to your students and yourself. I also wanted to show you how to get to that resource and what the STAAR test consists of and how it looks to your child. If you did not know, you have access to what we call STAAR release tests. These tests are actually real STAAR test questions that have been released to the public. So this is public information. This is not like a top secret thing that only teachers have access to. It's not illegal for me to share it with you because this is public information. So what you do is you would go to, you could just type in Google STAAR release test. And let me see if it'll go. So I typed in STAAR release test on Google. Then I just clicked on it. And then I scroll all the way down to the grade level my child is at. Today is Third Grade Thursdays, so we're going to go to third grade. I like going to the most recent STAAR test because I feel like that's more reflective of where TEA is going. So then I click on 2018 and it brings up the STAAR release test. On your STAAR release test, your child gets a STAAR reference materials page. It has conversions, it has rulers. There's a second page that has a centimeter ruler. The first page has an inch ruler. And with that, now with third grade, they're not going to use the conversions as much, but there may be one or two questions about, it may say something is a pound. There are two of them. How many ounces is that? So they may have to multiply 16 times 2. So they'll need to know that a pound is 16 ounces. That kind of stuff. But for the most part, they're not going to be doing any major conversions. Then when you scroll more, you'll see grid paper. Your child gets an endless supply of grid paper. In their test, I believe it's 2 pages, but they can raise their hand at any time and ask their teacher for grid paper. Now, I know that majority of teachers, parents, students always go to that blank white paper, which is a great resource. But when it comes to addition, lining up your numbers, decimals, lining up your numbers, comparing numbers, want to see which one is greater than, less than. When you look at the place value, it's easier to just line them up in these grids. And the most important, or what I see is the most important, is that you can use it to make a multiplication chart. Your third grader is not allowed to use a multiplication chart on their STAAR test, but they are allowed to make one. So given this grid paper every day, and if your child's teacher is not doing this, you need to do it at home. Every day your child should be writing a multiplication chart. Over time, your child is going to memorize that chart, or they're going to find the pattern. Oh, I'm just adding that number that many times. So then when it comes time for the STAAR test, first 5 minutes, bam, I'm making my multiplication chart. And then they can use it throughout the test instead of having to draw equal groups or add repeatedly, that kind of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the question that I want to solve. And honestly, it's really not going to take that much work, because this question is actually more logic, or I'm going to have to use my knowledge of strip diagrams and models to solve this. But the reason why I chose this problem is because I want you parents to see why us teachers are teaching what we're teaching. I know y'all like those old school ways, and we talked about that on my last long video. But if you notice, look at the answer choices. The answer choices on this question is not the answer. The answer choices on this question, you're not looking for the answer. You're looking for a model that can help you find the answer. So when you, and this is for teachers too, when you skip teaching strip diagrams, or you're at home and you're like, we did it this way, and you're going to still get the same answer, so forget what your teacher said, you're setting your child up for failure, because now we're not just testing for the right answer. We're testing for strategies. So they have to know what a strip diagram looks like, or they're going to miss this. One of the state standards, which what we call TEKS or TEKS in the teaching world, is that students can multiply or can add and subtract using models. So they have to know what these models mean. Okay, so here's the question. All right, so it says there are a total of 294 restaurants in a city. Of these restaurants, 196 are along the highways and 49 are downtown. The rest of the restaurants are in shopping malls. Which model can be used to find the number of restaurants in the city that are in shopping malls? Now, I'm not going to go too in depth with the say what strategy, but I would encourage you to have that strategy with you when you're solving this problem. I'm just going to kind of go through the motions for the sake of time, but just pay attention to the important details that I circle and the steps that I take. Okay, I'm seeing the word total, and I know that's going to help me with finding my strip diagram. So I'm going to circle. So it's a total of 294, okay? And then I know that a part of that 294 is 196. That's along the highways. And I know that the other part is 49. But I'm looking for the rest. I don't know the rest, okay? But I know that I want to find the number of restaurants in the city that are in shopping malls. I know the rest are shopping malls, so I'm trying to find shopping malls. And I know that looks funny, but bear with me, y'all. Okay, so when looking at a strip diagram, I'm looking to see where is my total, first of all. Okay, now my total means the whole thing. So that means however long my whole bar is, that should be my total. The number inside my bar that is as long as the entire model, that is my total. That's the whole thing. So as we know, we can see the total is 294. So looking at my models, if I look at F, it says I don't know my total because it has a question mark in the bar that represents the whole thing. The second one shows 294, so that might be the answer. The third one shows 196, so that's probably not the answer. Well, it's not, because the whole thing isn't 196. And then 49, that doesn't even make sense. How could the total be 49 and a piece of it only be 294? So it really doesn't even make logical sense, okay? So I'm looking for the one that has 294 as the total. We said that G has that, which is true. I'm also looking for the one that has a part of that 294 is 196. And the other part of that 294 is 49. And then I need to see the model that says, I don't know what the other piece is. So I'm kind of looking for something that is 196 plus 49 plus something I don't know, and my total is 294. So if I look at F is showing that I have 294 plus 196 plus 49, and that equals something, but I don't know what it is. So I can cross that out. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not accurate. Okay. Now let's look at G. It shows that my whole thing is 294. A part of that is 196. Another part of that is 49. And then another part I don't know. That kind of sounds like what I said. So I'm going to put a little star. All right. Sorry, y'all. This is so sloppy. All right. So then I'm looking at H. Now I have my total is 196. And then part of the 196 is 294 and 49. And then I don't know the rest. That don't even make sense. That you can't even, unless you're dealing with negative numbers, that don't even make sense. Okay, so I'm crossing that one out. All right, now let's look at J. It says my total is 49, which I said don't even make sense, because how can my total be 49 and the two pieces be bigger than that? So my answer is G. Now, if you want to check your work, you could have actually worked the problem out and then saw which one matched, or you could have done what I did and kind of used process of elimination. But the reason, like I said, the reason why I chose this problem is because oftentimes we go away from what the teacher says because we feel like our way is better and our way is easier, but we don't realize that our babies are being tested and expected to know how to do these strategies. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it opens some of these parents' eyes and let you guys see kind of where the teachers are coming from. We're not just making this stuff up. We're not doing it to trouble you, but it's something that your child is expected to do. So if y'all have any questions or if y'all need any homework help, remember you can always inbox me, even if it is not the day of your grade level. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow with 4th and 5th grade Fridays. Bye.